Makes you breathe fast. It does make you breathe fast. You get a little adrenaline response, you get a little different feel in you. And these different angles, and having to adjust to all these weird different angles makes it different. So what are you noticing? Jack said something really cool about getting caught in his hands instead of in his feet. When he started thinking about what was going on the hand level, his feet would stop doing their automatic cool thing. So it's not only not getting caught in watching the other guy's hands, it's your own fixation of where you put your mind in your hands. So we're back to the coffee cup thing again. The coffee cup drill starts coming back to haunt us again and again, which is where you put your mind in concentration. If your focal point is doing the right kind of jobs, then the unconscious can do the rest of it for you. If your focal point is getting caught up in trying to manipulate or predict the future, again, past and future invade the present, and we're back to what oddity happened with anything. Yeah, living in our theories. And if you get into theories too much and people are swinging beer bottles at you, it hurts. Ow. We can't afford to get pressure and power in our hands for more than that long. Because you can't keep moving. If you want to get moving, you can't afford the pressure in your hands to build up. Pressure in our hands is like weight that we're lifting. And if you go to the gym and you lift weights, you go and you sit on the bench and you lift the weights, or you stand in the mirror and you look at yourself, lift the weights, or you sit on the machine and you lift the weights, and you always do what? You stabilize your center and lift the weights. If you go to the gym, like I said in the morning classes, if you go to the gym and you pick up some dumbbells that you do your normal weight workout with, and you just start walking around randomly in the gym trying to do your workout at the same time, it will be a spastic event. It will be like madness. You'll be standing on one foot and dropping weights on people and falling over, and it'll be like some kind of crazy fit going on, because you can't move your center through space and do load-bearing activities like that. You can try. They'll probably kick you out of the gym and say, man, you dropped a weight on somebody here. It's crazy. Stand still. Do the thing. You can get a light enough weight. There's a certain threshold that you can do that with. You put 2 pounds or 5 pounds or whatever your threshold is, that you can accommodate in your knees and your center to be able to walk fluidly and still lift weight. So that amount of pressure you can have. You can have that amount. But whatever that is, 2 pounds, 5 pounds, 7 pounds, it starts getting up over 10 pounds on almost anybody on earth, and they can't afford that much pressure. Because what has to happen to accommodate the pressure in the hands, the weight-bearing exercise, is that the center has to stop. And normally you can stop your center and do lots of cool stuff, except now you got 3 people coming at you, or 2 people coming at you. And you can't afford to pay that price. You can't afford to pause to do the weightlifting exercise in the middle of another guy coming at you. That's what's so wonderfully stimulating about these extra people, is they do force your center to keep going. But we do want to be able to put weight on it. We do want to have that momentary pressure. And so we do these little momentary pressure things, which basically are forms of elongating a step on the contact, or compressing a step and turning on the contact. We do these activities, but the ukemi from them tends to be extreme. And so you wind up with upside down all that. You wind up with Sumya Toshi and Hikyo Toshi. Doing a lot of them, really. They sort of start coming into play about the same way that you do Shomanate. As a sort of, you're overwhelmed, so, And you get many people swinging random things at you all the time, and wow, it's a very big relief when you get to breathe because they're having to get back up. But doing them with the dramatic ukemi with each other in a big crowded room will be a little chaotic. So we might have to make big zones and just have 2 or 3 people going at once if you want to do the big ukemi. Or you can just extend it out, and when you get broken, just roll or walk off. Either way, I don't really care. Take a nice easy ball. And you can control that you're not flying into somebody else's way. Cool? But those little elements, and I would recommend not this so much. You say, why? If my center of gravity had to stop it in space, it's easy going to work. But if this fails, you say, okay, I'm extending, well, fine, but you're still moving. If this fails, fine, it's still moving. But if you lock down, if you say, oh, I'm going to start bending both knees and bouncing down, you're bouncing in one spot, and it gets you stuck in that spot. So body dropping activity is very useful. Bending over activity is very useful. People get into things this morning, I was noticing, they would get into a pattern of down, up, and breaking posture. Both our postures breaking together. If you're going to break posture, or you notice your posture breaking, break it off at the ground. Break it all the way. If you're going to bust your posture, you might as well completely bust it. Half busting it is not very useful to you. Half busting it is just going to make your center stop. If your center is going to stop anyway, you might as well get the whole effect. But again, ukemi gets dicey. Ukes freak out. They go, ah! And then they should freak out. It's scary. So you got to do kind of slow. But that element gets in here, particularly as they're coming from different angles. They start coming from the sides and behind, or somebody climbs up behind you and say, oh, I think I'll just bend over and pick up the thing. You don't have to go all the way to your knee. Oddly enough, if you just bend all the way over and pick up the thing, just a casual feeling deal like that. Or you say, I wonder, what's that on his toe right there? Geez, you just reach down to pick up his toe and look at it. It's the weirdest thing. It messes them up. And all the targeting mechanism goes away. So chaos is coming back on uke now a little bit because Tori's getting to do some tricky things. Tori's getting to drop weight and try not to kill uke at the same time. Please don't kill each other. And if your posture goes, go with it. Don't prefabricate it. Don't decide, oh, I'm going to do a dropping technique. Because again, that's back to the stutter step thing. Get ready to do a certain thing. No, just notice when you get under duress and, oh, they're climbing on you, or you're ducking, notice when that posture goes, and then play with it. Utilize it. Notice when your mechanism freezes up and you find yourself flat-footed stopping, I don't know what the hell else to do. I think I'll see what's happening down at my knee. And oddly enough, that whole series of stuff that gets in here is very useful. It's a very useful set of engagements. We don't study a whole hell of a lot in this particular system of Aikido, but it's real useful. It comes out all the time in this kind of work. It's just spontaneous. Dropping to the knee and then hanging out down there for a while gets in here too, but that's later. So, questions? Did I talk about too much at once? Okay. So we're trying to add a little bit of body drop. Now the ukes are coming, and they're going to come straight in, or they're going to swing, or sometimes they might get a hold of you. All the different things. And you just let the feet do their normal deals. And you get hands to the face, and you get posture breaks when they come. Body drop, be careful with it. Yeah, if you got some good ukes together, fine. So let's maybe do 3-3-3, and let's put some lines down so we don't interfere with each other in space. So 3 over here, 3 in the middle, 3 down there, and then we'll change out on the bell and get some folks. We need more space for this because there'll be